My favourite thing about today's PMQs is that for most of it, the truth behind his lies is contained within his own words. For example, blaming Labour for the state of the economy.
They won't even oppose the picketers and the protesters, Mr. Speaker. Even in opposition, they're damaging the economy.
But the picketers and the protesters are picketing and protesting against you. It's your policies they're protesting against. It's your party's decision to consistently cut public sector pay for the last 13 years that has forced many of them to go on strike.
He's busy plotting coalitions. We're getting on and delivering for the British people.
But the word coalition means that more than one party will be in government, which means the views of more voters will actually impact the political process. He's attacking the very concept of democratic representation, whilst boasting about the fact that his party, which only got a minority of the vote, is getting on with doing whatever it wants without even talking to the parties voted for by the majority. And on protests.
We believe the police should have powers to make sure that they can protect the public from unnecessary and serious disruption.
And that's where his words give him away, because who decides which protests are necessary? Because clearly protests aren't necessary to him, but if you're struggling to pay your bills and feed your kids, and going on the street and shouting with a sign is the only way to make the government hear you, you're damn right it's necessary. And then there's the usual misdirection.
They're not able to get to school, to get to hospital appointments, and indeed to get to work. They should be able to do that, and the police should have powers to stop those who are preventing that from happening.
But the police already have those powers. We've all seen the footage of them physically carrying protesters away. But that doesn't explain why your new laws let police arrest people for protesting too loudly. It doesn't explain why you confiscated dozens of "Not My King" signs. It doesn't explain why you let the Metropolitan Police, of all people, arrest women's safety volunteers. And even the Met Police have said that they regret their actions at the Coronation, but the Tories have known that their anti-protest laws would violate our human rights for a long time. And on Brexit...
That's why we also passed the new Genetic Technology Act, Mr. Speaker, taking advantage of our Brexit opportunities.
But the EU changed their rules on gene editing earlier this year, so Brexit may have actually slowed us down. And on local councils...
The council tax in Labour areas is higher than that in Conservative areas.
Why might Labour councils have to spend more money? Let me think.
I managed to start changing the funding formulas, because we inherited a bunch of formulas from the Labour Party that shoved all the funding into deprived urban areas, and that needed to be undone. I started the work of undoing it.
I just can't put my finger on it.